struggling getting used to. We mentioned some. What is it for you? In the meantime, Gator, there has been a study done, data taken from the NFL Combine, and what those players that run and lift and jump and weight, hand size, arm length, all that stuff today for the wide receiver position. 4 things correlate to NFL success. According to the data. We'll get to that today at 12:38. 97.1 the ticket. Hey, the fierce UFC rivalry, Covington and Masvidal, being renewed this Saturday night. FanDuel Sportsbook is making things even more exciting by offering new customers 30-1 odds on either fight. That's right. You can win $150 on a $5 bet of any just sign up for FanDuel Sportsbook using promo code DUCK to get fighter and get ready to win big. FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. It's super quick to get started. You can withdraw your winnings in a snap. I'm looking at $26. Withdraw that today. Don't miss your chance to cash in on one of the biggest fights of the year. Sign up for FanDuel Sportsbook using the promo code DUG today. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Maximum bonus $150. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. FanDuel Sportsbook, the official partner of 97.1 The Ticket. I'm Michael Jenkins, helping you read the books with BetQL. Let's head to Big Sky. And the final week of the regular season, Montana has been lights out at home this year, and the Grizz are coming off an emotional win against their biggest rival, Montana State. They clinched the first round bye in the conference tournament. But tonight, they welcome Northern Colorado, the best shooting team in the Big Sky. Beat the Grizz in 5 of the last 6 meetings and covered the number all 6 times.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Granger, we're here for you. Experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you can get the product you're looking for. Call Granger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
As a small business owner, your bottom line is always top of mind. So start saving by switching to Comcast Business Mobile. It's a mobile service designed for small business that can save you money with unlimited data for just $24 per line per month for 10 lines. Perfect for any small business looking to grow. Or you can pay by the gig. And with access to millions of Wi-Fi hotspots, you'll pay only for the data you need. No line fees, activation costs, or term contracts. You can save up to $500 a year on your wireless bill, all on the most reliable 5G network. And it's only available to Comcast Business Internet customers. So boost your business's bottom line with a more reliable, more affordable mobile service by switching to Comcast Business Mobile today. Comcast Business, power of possibilities.
Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most Perceptions 5G data reliability assessment points in 2021. Wi-Fi network storm tested. Results may vary. The word is not an endorsement.
TrackPhone wants to know, are you an influencer or big live streamer? No? Then guess what? You don't need an endless data plan. Get just the right amount of data with TrackPhone's $40 unlimited talk and of a one-on-one, so at least there is that. You got Michigan and Michigan State in action tonight. Wolverines playing host to Iowa. They could really use one more win to get themselves feeling reasonably comfortable going into the Big Ten tournament. Take themselves out of bubble peril. Michigan State on the road at Ohio State. Part of a tough stretch of the schedule for the Spartans. Either team wins. Quad 1 win with NCAA ramifications. So those going on tonight. Pistons are an 8-point underdog at Toronto tonight, as I know, because
How much are they?
8 points. I accidentally made a $13 bet, which for me, I mean, I know my limitations and all that. I've played the game a little bit. Dollar here, dollar there. Occasionally, I'll get crazy and put 5 down. But like to each their own. You got to think about how much money you're comfortable losing. And I've been surprised that one of the first things I did was put a $1 bet down. I'm like, I care way too much for $1. And now I accidentally put $13 down, and now I feel I'm sweating tonight.
I love it.
And we're trying to get the hashtag I stand with Doug trending. Buttgator. There is news out of the NFL. Adam Schefter just tweeted out the NFL's new policy as it pertains to COVID-19. And he's tweeted out a release of the memo, but he writes, the NFL and the NFLPA have agreed to suspend all aspects of the joint COVID-19 protocols effective immediately, per this memo sent out today. I'm not going to read the entire memo. In fact, it's pretty clear that restrictions are being lifted. I was thinking back at the beginning of this whole thing, me sitting at the house, you sitting at your house doing the show.
Yeah.
And how we basically did that for almost a year. Might have been.
Well, we did 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. One of us was in the studio and one of us was at home. And we did that for about 8 months, and then we decided, for the betterment of the show, you would be in the studio and I would stay at home.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't switch off anymore. And we did that through April of last year. So basically,
Over a year
of having one of us at home.
It's having had it and all my shots and boosted, and same thing with my family, and sort of seeing that there's the majority of cases, people I know are tested positive. The word asymptomatic is just thrown around now. It's part of our average everyday lexicon, and still people that can't get very sick, and it seems like the data is showing that people aren't vaccinated, but I'm feeling pretty comfortable, and I hope this is a true sign that it feels like the medical people are saying, yeah, we're in good shape right now.
Yeah,
I'm going to see my doctor tomorrow and get his 2 cents.
I'm feeling a lot more comfortable, and I know people that have had all 3 strains of COVID and varying degrees of how severe it was. Obviously, Tank had it. It was the first one we knew to have it. You were out for 39 days.
Yeah, I was out of work for 5 weeks. But the last 2 weeks it was just to be safe and be clear negative before I came back. But yeah, it was.
You were in bad shape. You were high temperature for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like you really probably could have gone to the hospital if everybody else in the world wasn't in the hospital at the same time.
I think one thing we could all agree upon, and I mean this, I think everybody who has an opinion on COVID, I think all agrees on this, that it shouldn't be a political call in any way. It should be a medicine call. And then the question is, who do you trust? But things got weird from there. If you are fortunate enough to know a physician or somebody in the world that you can rely on for advice in this whole thing, which is what I did, and tried to spread the word of what I was told. But at the end of the day, NFL's releasing lifting. Thank you, all the restrictions.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to read because the memo he sends out, it's very small print. But I read it best I could. You don't have to wear a mask anymore. You don't have to test unless you're symptomatic. You can take down signage, but it also says you still have to listen to and follow the local and state ordinance and guidelines. So whatever, it's going to be still different depending on what state you live in or the team is in. So those still are in effect. But as far as the NFL is concerned, the teams, They've suspended
In a
all those
quarter mile,
protocols.
So
your
just follow what
destination
they're
is on your left.
Well, here's where
26291
I
Goddard
like
Road.
The NFL's doing that now. Is the NHL that far behind? And we're a couple
Number
weeks.
Tuesday?
Yeah, we're a couple weeks from the trade deadline. I don't want to trade Tyler Tuesday. I'm just saying, a couple weeks from the trade deadline. Does this change how some teams are going to be looking at it?
All right, Gator. I said I'd get to this. Let me follow through back to
The
football.
destination is on your left.
You call the
26291
combine on
Goddard
the
Road.
field. Website
Arrived.
covers the NFL. Did some data analysis for measurables for the wide receiver position at the combine and correlated them to league success. The methodology is rather complicated, and we're not going to try and explain it, but it's basically they compare the guys that stood out. Well, here are the 9 measurables that they use. Your height,